Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Virgo for May of 2019. For all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Now, because I am an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. So all of us Virgos are named Frankie, I guess, for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme for the month. I have a short message for us this month, and it's kind of funny. All the people that have been issuing us orders for a very long time and expecting it done, right? It seems to be, fortunately or unfortunately, for whoever's involved, that we will no longer do that for anyone without questioning why and having a good reason. So it's going to get really interesting. It's like we're getting our message across to you. I hope we do it in a right manner, but a few people are going to hear what we have to say, and we're going to say it very clearly. We are very clear, don't they say, we Virgos dot our I's and cross our T's, so there's not going to be any more mistaking it. We have good words. They're sisterhood and brotherhood and wisdom, and that might be the reason for the message, contentment, vision. So our vision of our future versus other people's visions of our future, I want to say with that, and healing. Because we're, I think, kind of done, with a lot of things. Because our first card here is the Ten of Rods or Wands or whatever you want to call it, and that actually can be good in one manner. It could be us taking on these 10 rods, and doing it willingly because it's appropriate for us to take them on in a new cycle, and so a lot of us will pick them up. They might seem burdensome. I can't get that word out of my mouth. They may seem burdensome, heavy. There we go. That'll work. A heavy load. But I think we have the strength, the ability, the strength of character to carry these rods, and that we feel we can do anything at this point, even if it's extremely difficult work, if it's something that we choose and we would want to do. Choose and want to do is how I want to put that. Now, we'd be very content with that, but based on that original message, sometimes carrying this load, it is not ours. It could be a partner, it could be a child around us, it could be our boyfriend, girlfriend, a friend, a office co-worker that is dumping that always pops in my mind. These are not my rods to carry. These are not my burden to carry. Based on that original message, it kind of becomes really clear. So if someone in the family, let's say, is shirking their responsibilities, like my husband's supposed to do this and this, and I don't know what, take out the garbage on, or whatever it is, Virgo, and they're not living up to it, and I'm the one that ends up doing it, it's going to come down not nice on their side this month, especially with that original message. A lot of times, though, since Rod's energy is business, career, financial type energy, it could be that coworker that at the end of the day, because I'm Virgo and I make sure the job is done and all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, they're coming at the last minute and throwing it on my desk, their work, because they know we will finish it for them. And that is not our job. So we're kind of getting tired of it. And I was thinking that'd be the coworker that files her nails all day and then tells us she has to leave early, throws her work on my desk and says, I have to leave early. I have an appointment today to have my nails done, right, Virgo? And I keep doing it and doing it because I know the boss is not going to be a happy camper if the work is not done. So I'm the Virgo that's sitting in the corner working overtime and not being paid for it, you know, and I'm doing someone else's work. Well, this month I think we're going to have the wisdom and the vision, and we want to heal from that, and it's not our job. So the next time, if that's the side of the fence I'm on, I'm not on the side of the fence of I'm the Virgo who is willingly taking on this rods of heavy rods, you know, to carry. Maybe a partner or somebody's sick and I have to pick up the slack. All that kind of stuff can happen, you know, and we willingly do it because we love them. If I'm on the part of the Virgos that doesn't want to do my coworkers' work and stay an hour every night extra overtime just so everything's done efficiently like the boss wants, it's no longer going to happen. So it's going to be quite an interesting month with that message, you know, and or the kid that I tell them clean their room 12 times every day and 12 days straight, it's still not clean. That would be one of these kind of energies too. And I'm the one that gives up fighting, and I'm the one that goes in and does the room. I'll probably be the Virgo that gets them by the ear and hauls them into the room, even if they're 6'5" and I'm 2'2". You know, it's just going to happen this month. One side of us will be happy to take this on because it's important to us, you know, the extra responsibility, whether it's for somebody else or whatever. The other half of us are going to shift this load back to where it belongs, because our next card here is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords type energy, these people are walking away and this guy's won. But it's kind of, sometimes I feel about this card like, at what cost? It it's the it suggests the double-edged sword is what I want to say. On one hand, it's like defeat, maybe misfortune, betrayal, or loss that's happened to me. On the other, it's one of learning to accept a boundary that we all must face and live with. Um, of not flying in the face, how do I want to say this? Of not flying in the face of unavoidable limitations. Someone could have disappointed us with this card, but we were expecting too much if we were disappointed with it. All the fives are about adjusting. This one indicates that we're in a period of adjusting to a change that's brought on maybe by distress or loss, or maybe this carrying this heavy load, you know, maybe we actually have a physical injury from carrying the load that somebody else should have been carrying. But it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable process, is what they want me to say. It's very uncomfortable, but it is a necessary one, because change is part of life, and the more we resist it, the more difficult it becomes for us. So whatever's being challenged or being called to change, whether it's our lifestyle, maybe our philosophy, um, maybe just that fact that we were doing other people's work all the time because we're Virgo and it's just getting shoved at us because we can do it. Um, maybe our inner beliefs about ourselves are being challenged. Maybe we're just tired of doing it for other people all the time. Now's the time to go to work and bring those changes into our daily life. Now's the time to ask, why am I the one kind of doing your work? Now's the time of like stepping up to the plate and saying to myself, perhaps, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to have my job done, my job, that I'm good with, that I'm wise about, the vision I'm content with, but I don't want to make myself sick doing everybody else's for them. I think that's why, maybe the speaking up for ourselves this month is going to be important because our next card here is the Four of Swords. So we got two air energy cards in here, and this card to me is rest and respite. Like, um, it's the respite after a sorrow, when we need time after a sorrow or misfortune, because it comes right after the Three of Swords. And we all know what the Three of Swords looks like, the heart with the three swords through the middle of it. Um, a time of rest and recuperation, working on problems quietly and with faith, maybe thinking about how we're going to phrase what we're going to phrase when we say no. Finally, what else do I want to say? We feel like the need for introspection and solitude with this card. Introspection and solitude. Hold on, Virgo, quick. I did turn off my answering machine. And I am back. I have no way to turn down my telephone, so I turn off the answering machine while I'm working on the YouTube videos, and so nobody can leave me a message for a short period of time that I do them. But anyhow, this is a card of just a necessary period of like maybe contemplation and aloneness in order to get a solid perspective on what's going on. And you can really tell that with this Five of Swords energy and also with these 10 rods, averted, getting a really solid perspective on it. Maybe we've been in pain, but now we're in the first stage of recovery. Like I said, maybe it was a back injury from carrying all that, or, emotional overload from taking on everybody else's job. It could be, though, physical illness or some type of emotional upheaval can come with this card sometimes. We're taking the time out to rest and to think things through with this card. It's kind of and plan our moves more wisely, like our word wisdom in the future. Plan the next move we make in a better way, right? Our forward momentum. What's going to work for us in a better way? That's why we take this Four of Swords energy. Supposedly he's coming in from the battle to rest, but notice the swords are still there. He's still thinking, about them. They're there by his side in case he's woke up at a moment's notice to run back out and, go back into the battle again. So you really want to think about this. It's kind of like going into exile, away from other people. Maybe we'll go on an extended vacation with this kind of energy, or go to a place of retreat, for some of us, because we'll really need it. Looking like with this 10 rods and that energy together here. Uh, when we get the card, we kind of feel like a monk, monastic, just don't want the people or uh, you don't want the people, the energy, the circumstances, all that chaos and confusion around us when we get this card. We want to withdraw from it, and we need it's taking the R&R, the rest and the respite, uh, to think, plan, and reevaluate what we were doing before this Four Swords energy hits. What were we doing? What brought it on? Time to get our inner house in order. Now, not actually the outer house for most of us, but like the inner house, the internal. How do we feel about these situations? What's going to make it better for us in the future? How would we feel, um, if we didn't actually we didn't do what everyone else wanted of us? How would we feel if we didn't do it? It's their job anyhow. Then I want us to really think because of this next energy here, and that's Temperance. It's the card of patience and it's a card of time, but it's an excellent energy. It's Sagittarius, so it's fire energy. It's the ability to be like the magician, alchemist, the ability to blend the spiritual realm with the realm of the material world and to blend it and do it well in a positive way, um, creating like creating new forms is what they want me to say. Um, Using our energies positively and having a good deal of self-control, which comes from trusting our inner self and our inner guidance. That's a wonderful thing. I always think they're blending oil and water because you sometimes think, what's spirit have to do with the material realm? But they're blending it, and I, she's not spilling a drop. Like the star card, one foot in the water and one on the land. And it's a card of manifestation. Um, uh, when we get the card, we learn to what our ego needs and how to blend it with what our spirit needs. It's a time when we have a lot of inner growth, outer harmony. We'll have patience, and we can accommodate like different elements, whether they're materials, resources, personnel, ideas, whatever they are, and we can blend them in a harmonious way with our wisdom and our vision, and in a healing way where it's right and good for everybody. I'm going to say, not just for us, but we're not going to get bowled over anymore. We're just not going to get bowled over. And nobody's going to say, well, Virgo's just nice. Virgo will do it for me. Nah, we're not real happy with that right now. Not real happy. So we're going to so we have these two cards here. A card of going within, rest and respite, and the Temperance card, patience, divine timing, the right way, blending the inner and outer after going through turmoil, which I do believe a lot of us. I got a post-it pad stuck to my table here. Every time I move my elbow to get a card, the post-it pad goes with it. This blending, and this is two twos. This one's a two of pentacles, so it's earth energy. It's interesting the way this reading's coming up. I think for a lot of us it may be at work where things were getting tough, but when we get this, it's either money coming from two sources, maybe having to juggle our finances. Maybe it's tough because we don't get paid for the overtime. We're putting in for somebody else. Maybe we're juggling to make ends meet, or still it's really a positive, good card financially. That's why I think that Temperance card is in there, and some of us may be taking that 10 rods on our shoulders, purposely for a new cycle, that we're really up to the challenge because of all these other things that have happened. It means good fortune and enjoyment. Uh, Sometimes we could experience financial difficulty with it, or be doing those two jobs. Maybe we're doing two jobs because we're saving for something that's important to us, like buying a new home. It's a message about money coming in, and it's on its way. It'll probably come usually with this card in written form, but who knows now? They send emails, text messages, all that kind of stuff. Still in the stage, we'd still be in the stage because twos are about choices, still in the stage of deciding which of the two options we have sometimes to choose. We'd be maybe concerned about issues of our money or our abundance, and maybe, like I said, maybe holding down more than one job, maybe moonlighting with this card to make extra money is what I'm thinking for some of us. But it's a time of choice. Twos are about choices. Twos are about decisions. So when this two comes, we are to make the choice even if we aren't sure what of the outcome. Once we make the choice, actually, the outcome improves. The outcome is better. So being as its choice, maybe I have the choice between two jobs and I can't take it anymore. Once I make the choice what I'm going to do, which one I'm going to do, or how I'm going to do it, I just make the choice. And remember, this is a card of it's positive, good fortune, and enjoyment. Okay? So it brings in the money, it brings the good news about finances. So if we're overworked and all these shifts and stuff, if that was at work, if that's what it is, and it's not family, some of it might be family too. And we're doing, double duty with everything in order to provide. We'd make the choice about what we want to do. Either something opens up that's better for us, or the job that we have chosen will expand, so we'll be content, we'll be able to heal, bring things back together, because we have this Temperance card, so that brotherhood, sisterhood word where everybody's blended in a harmonious type whole, WHOLE, not we threw them all in a hole and mixed them up with a blender, but where the vision and the healing can occur. So make the choice that we have to make. I know this card's going to be a tough one here, but I believe we have to. If people don't like us to challenge them, they really don't. Whoops, I'm losing an angel. What? I did lose it. An angel card here. They don't like us to challenge them. They want us to do or obey or be. I don't think we Virgos are going to do that any longer. I really don't think so. I think this is going to be a month where we make those decisions and choices about what is right for us, or what is right. That's weird. Weird card. I was looking down. Notice the signs. Kind of goes with it. It's like we're being pointed through the whole deal. Pointed through that 10 of rods, all the burdens or whatever. A lot of us, I think it's going to be burdensome. Some of us, it's going to be, I'm so excited about the new coming in,